I am always deeply confused about the Premier of New South Wales, Dominic Perrottet. Now, on paper, much of his beliefs line up with ours. Theoretically, as the leader of a government in the last Liberal state, we'd want to go all boots and all to try and make sure that Albo and Labor doesn't have total control. But I'm sorry, I just don't feel it with that government. You know that I believe that you should be trying to take out insurance against Matt Keane inevitably becoming the Premier, because when you voted for O'Farrell, you ended up getting Baird. When you voted for Baird, you got Berejiklian. When you voted for Berejiklian, you ended up with Perrottet. And we all know what's going to happen. A couple of years in, we'll eventually get Matt Keane. That's why I think One Nation's going to surge. But the latest opinion polls are starting to show what we've been talking about on this show for some time, which is that Dominic Perrottet's announcements every single day in the media, including tonight on Channel 9 News, they had not one but two exclusive reports that were just announcements about plans that they would be doing in their next term of government. But apparently now, Labor still has a lead, but it's only, 52-48, and things are starting to get tight. You're seeing that in the poll that was there in the Financial Review and again in the news poll today. But I got another reminder about why it is that I can't quite get on the Dom train, why I can't pretend that the captain of the team is somebody who's really going to use his power for good. And yes, it's about Lidia Thorpe. Now again, to talk about her feeds everything that she wants, which is attention. But remember, she turned around and she abused police. F-word, all the rest of it, at the police of New South Wales. And as we learnt today, apparently she protested in front of the wrong float, such is the extra special genius of this senator. But remember, this is what she said to the police working on Saturday night. Roll the tape. Now, the abuse of police is what you would think that the Conservative Premier, less than a month out from an election, would be out there to try to talk about. He would defend the police. But instead, when he was on the radio this morning, it seemed like he was saying a whole lot of nothing. How hard is it to turn around and say, she's ridiculous, and anyone who abuses our police, I absolutely will not support them, and she's not even a senator from New South Wales, why was she here at all? Instead, this word salad.
It's a disgrace. And her behaviour, her poor behaviour just continues. And we need, as a society, we need to respect different views. And not just tolerate it, but celebrate different perspectives. And what we see from Lidia Thorpe and the Greens is this negativity and worse than that, this divisive nature.
Different perspectives. She abused police. I won't give you too much detail, but I spoke to a police officer who is now a former police officer in Orange last night. He had to leave the service early because of the trauma of being a police officer. As we told you last week, 35% of the New South Wales police force is currently trying to find the paperwork to get out of the service. The men and women of the police service are some of our most precious state employees, but such special citizens. It's a month out from an election, you're a Conservative politician, and all perspectives, but what's going on?